About the last 10 years, going to places like Australia. I've been to New York, some of my friends as well. I don't know how you do that, or I couldn't do that, but just keep them just in the case of emergencies. 220 baht for every time you use an ATM machine. That's about £5, but that's who I use. And then what you can do is, but the other thing, when this is what a lot of people question me on, is don't you get lonely. So that's the next tip. Have fun and learn, and you gain invaluable life skills, such as the advantages that you gain of solo travel. Good morning and welcome from sunny Thailand, Hua Hin to be exact. And I'd just like to say thank you for all my new subscribers and my existing ones. Thanks for watching, subscribing and liking. And here's Yuvadi.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. So we're just on our way now down to one of the beaches here in Hua Hin. Tak Khaleb Beach, I believe it's called, or Monkey Mountain. And but what I'm going to talk about today is solo traveling, and to be more specific, tips for the solo traveler. Okay, so it's tips for the solo traveler. And so I've been solo traveling now probably for about the last 10 years, going to places like Australia. I've been to New York 2 times, been on most of Europe, Cambodia, Vietnam and of course Thailand. And a lot of people say to me, some of my friends as well, I don't know how you do that, or I couldn't do that. And to be honest, I've never even considered that. I've wanted to do it solo travel, and I just did it. So for some people, it's not so easy, and that's what these tips are for. So let me just have a look at my list here. So I've got a bit of a list. So yeah, tip number 1. If you're not used to doing things on your own, and you're probably not if you're a bit wary of travelling on your own, I would suggest travel in your own country first, wherever you're from. So if you're from the UK, for example, just do a few short weekend trips to one of the coastal towns close to where you live. Get used to staying away from your home for a couple of days. Make it easier that way. And when you're used to that, then you can start thinking about travelling a little bit further, maybe outside of the country, maybe not as far as Thailand or Australia, but somewhere, say Europe, just France, somewhere close. Okay, so that's the first thing to do. Get used to doing things on your own, small steps at first. You know, it could just be a day trip somewhere. You know, if you live in the Midlands, a day trip to London. Get used to it that way. Okay. So the next tip is travel insurance. So for me, you know, that's a must-have, travel insurance. I know some people don't bother with it, but for me, like I say, it's a must-have, travel insurance. Luckily enough, I've never had to use it, but you never know, and so that's what I would recommend. Check on Google, check on the reviews, and go for the one that suits you the best. Okay, so let's have a look at my next on my list. Flights. Overseas travel, you're going to need flights. So myself, I use Skyscanner, and I've always found them to be competitively priced, and their website is fairly easy to navigate. So that's what I would recommend, Skyscanner, for your flights. So I'm looking around here as well. There's rows of shops. Let me just show you. Yeah. Okay, so this is just one of the night markets there. It's closed up now, but it does open on an evening. They sell mainly food and drink, and the row of shops here. Okay, so we've just got off the BART bus and we're in Tak Khaeb, I think it's called. We're just going round to the beach now. There is a temple up on the mountains over there, as you can see it. So let me get back to where I was. I think I'll just talk about the flights and using Skyscanner. Yes, Skyscanner is, for me, that's what I use to book my flights. Okay, so let's have a look on my list. Next on my list, Travel Money. Yes, Travel Money. So what I recommend with your Travel Money is to use an account such as, I use Starling. There are others, but that's who I use. And then what you can do is put your Travel Money into that account. And what you do then is you use it just like you use the ATM machines here, and there's no charges for foreign transactions. That's anywhere in the world. Look, you got the people here catching the fishing for catching the fish. Yeah, I don't know if they've caught anything. Oh, there's some little fish in there. Hey. Yeah, so they're just fishing there, getting little fish. They're probably working one of the restaurants or something. Okay, so yeah, back to where we were. Travel Money. So yes, Starling's good, but what you want to be aware of is, although they don't charge you for foreign transactions, that's anywhere in the world, you can get charged in a country where you're using that card. Thailand charges, they charge 220 baht for every time you use an ATM machine. That's about £5. So what I would do is set the limit as high as you can on the card. Myself, I've set the limit at £300. The problem with that is, obviously £300 is not going to last you long if you're going to be in that country for a while. So you have to keep using the machine. So if you set the limit higher, you can take a larger amount of money out, and then just keep dipping into that rather than keep using the ATM, and save yourself some money. So that's how I would do it with the Travel Money. Also, what I would do, if you've got a credit card and a current account, I would take those with you, not to use, but just keep them just in the case of emergencies. Okay, so I'm just going to go in the 7-Eleven here. There it is. To pick up some water, take down to the beach, and I'll see you later. Okay, so that was Travel Money. So the next tip, take some basic medication with you. What I usually take is some paracetamol, mosquito spray, so you get a lot of mosquitoes here in Thailand, and some diarrhea medication and laxatives, that sort of thing, just basic medication. You can get that stuff here in Thailand if you don't take it, so it's not so much a problem here, but you could go to some countries where it could be difficult to get hold of, such as India. So the next tip, let's have a look on my list again. Let's learn the basic customs to wherever country you are going to. Like, I'll just give you some very basic examples. Like if you were here in Thailand, they don't like it, and a lot of Brits are guilty of this one. If you like taking your top off and walking around with your top off, Thais find that offensive. You can get away with it on the beach, but like in restaurants and walking around the streets, Thai people do find it offensive. They won't say anything to you, but they don't like it. And also, if you can, try and learn some basic language to wherever you're going. It does help. Okay, the next tip. Well, the next thing is really just have fun. And that's the whole idea of solo travel. It's adventure. Learning about yourself, about the places where you're going and different cultures. You will learn as you go along, that's the best way to go, but I'm just giving you some tips to try and help people out. So that's the next tip. Have fun and learn as you go along, and you will do. You'll have to. You'll have to learn. So what I will run through now are the advantages. The advantages that you gain of solo travel. You get to go where you want to go. You haven't got to consult anywhere else. So there's no difference of opinion. You can get up and go to bed whatever time you want. And you gain invaluable life skills such as communication, planning, organising, negotiating, sorting problems out on the fly. So to me, it's a no-brainer, a win-win situation. Now, I've tried to think of disadvantages, and for me, I can't find any. I suppose one of the disadvantages is it costs money. That's one. But the other thing, when this is what a lot of people question me on, is don't you get lonely? And well, I can say that the answer to that one is no. I've never gotten lonely, and I've always enjoyed my solo travel. And not so much now. I have you with me now, and probably for about the last 12 months. But prior to that, for about 10 years or so, I was solo traveling. So there you go. Those are my tips for beginner solo travelers. So enjoy your traveling, and thanks for watching, and watch out for my next videos. Bye for now.